Any day.
Yeah, we are live. Hey guys, Thunder E here, and welcome to episode 8 of Comic Crunch. And of course, with me is Mr. Lou Rod. How's it going, man?
Good, good. Let's do this.
All right, I'm noticing some lag in video, even my video too. I'm not exactly sure what's going on, but let me just turn on my light here. My bad. There we go. And let's do this. All right, so again, more trailers this week. Lou Rod was theorizing that we would get the trailer for Suicide Squad. Not this week, but I think it is coming, though. I think it's coming next week. I really think it's coming next week.
If it ain't next week, it'll probably be Independence Day.
Independence Day is scheduled to come out with Star Wars, but I think Suicide Squad is the trailer coming next week because X-Men
was supposed to come with Star Wars too.
Star Wars, yeah. So let's talk about trailers. Start with the first trailer that we saw today, and we'll move back one more trailer this week. What did you think of X-Men Apocalypse first trailer?
It was okay. Not too much revealed. I mean, with the exception of at least Apocalypse is going to grow.
Thank God.
I mean, you saw Jean and her dream sequence. Charles Xavier goes bald at the end. We had Cyclops with his Rage Blast. I'm just looking forward to the movie.
Yeah, I mean, now, if you guys know me well, I do not like Bryan Singer's work on comic book movies. I'm not his biggest fan. The first X-Men movie was cool. I'm not going to disagree with that. The second X-Men movie was, to me, everybody lauds it. It was a good movie. It wasn't that crazy. Of course, you didn't do the third one. But I had so many problems with those X-Men movies because I'm a big X-Men. Like in the Marvel universe, people like Spider-Man. I'm an X-Men guy. I like X-Men. I know the storylines in X-Men. So I didn't like. And then when Bryan Singer did Superman Returns, I wanted to just like I was so pissed because he just took my favorite character and just destroyed it as far as I was concerned. So he comes back. Days of Future Past was his first movie that he directed. I liked what he did. All the characters are kind of jumbled. The storylines are jumbled, but I took it as, you know what, his own movie universe is going to do his own thing. So going in and watching this trailer, it was good. It was a good trailer. There was nothing fantastic. I agree with you there. It wasn't like, it wasn't like the last couple of trailers, especially like, Batman v Superman or Civil War, where you're like, woo, like you really got into it. But I did like the fact that they kind of set it up. I like the backstory they put for Apocalypse, like this mysterious, character going through and all that. So I did like that, and it was good to finally see Professor X getting bald at the end of that, so that was cool. That was nice. But other than that, I thought it was a good trailer. Storm looked great, I think. Finally, because Halle Berry's Storm looked terrible. And what do you call it again? Apocalypse, he looked better. I mean, they definitely changed his look a little bit. They changed the coloring too, from looking like the bad guy in Secret of the Ooze, Power Rangers, a little bit more of that lighter bluish tint in there, which is which is good. The one thing that, of course, just bothers me as like an X-Men fan is the fact that Havoc was hit with Professor X when he was talking at the CIA, and then he showed his brother, who looks younger. Cyclops is older than Havoc. I mean, he's definitely older than him, but he's younger.
We know that in the comics, but they're flipping things around. And are they brothers in this universe?
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, that's the thing, though. So those are the things that annoy me. You know why? Because with the Summers brothers, Havoc and Cyclops, there is a great storyline you can tell in more X-Men movies with Sinister. You bring Sinister, you can bring in Gambit, you can bring back Rogue in there, like all that stuff. But
see, my thing is, okay, we're getting Apocalypse for this movie. Now, what if they're just setting him up and the next movie that comes out is going to be Age of Apocalypse? Because I don't see this team beating him.
They said this is the third movie in the trilogy, and then they're moving on to different stories. That's what they said.
Hey, Age of Apocalypse is a different story all in itself, and it took place in the 90s.
No, this is based off Age of Apocalypse. That's the thing.
Bullshit.
So yeah, so it's moving in a different way.
That team can't beat Apocalypse.
Hey, guys, if you want to, make sure you go through the YouTube page, you leave comments. Joseph Hampton Jr. just dropped one. He says, "I gotta go, so I'll make this quick. The X-Men Apocalypse trailer left me underwhelmed. Based off the X-Men movie universe, the trailer didn't explain to why Apocalypse is the next big bad. So what, he can grow big and immortal, and he's really good at people skills. I don't feel threatened. The action sequences, especially Storm, are good, but they seem like VFX. And then he also said VFX for 3D cash grab. As for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, tricky. It's not my favorite Run DMC song, but poor Run DMC. Tell me someone remade that song for this trailer. Both trailers were meh." We'll get to Ninja Turtles in a sec, but I agree with you. I mean, if they made it a two-part, because you got to build Apocalypse, number one, right? And Apocalypse is that main bad guy. And this team, remember, the way it is like they're capturing Professor X. Rogue has to lead the team with Beast. Wolverine is still in this movie at some point. So
it's, I mean, he should be a two-part bad, where he starts off this destruction and boom, it ends. Part 2 comes out in 2017.
Yeah, I know. I definitely agree. I think that would be a better, but it's one movie, so you know.
I mean, we're just basing it off the trailer. We're not going to get much info, which I like. You know, just give us a few scenes here and there, and let's just keep it moving.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, it was cool. It was definitely cool trailer, and it got my attention because, you know, the photos just didn't look that good, but it got my attention. Now,
Singer dropped a badass poster of Apocalypse looking at a skull.
Yes, that poster was awesome. Can we share? No, I can't share my screen. Sorry, you know, I mean, I wish I could just hold it like this. Because actually, let me see if I can access it on my cell phone, but yeah, YouTube is not letting me share screens at all. So I mean, that's bad. Let's see. Josh Schmidt says, "What's up, Josh?" I said Apocalypse was noticeably obscured and shown from the back. Do you think they might have polished the SFX before showing them again? I think they will. I think that's the reason why we don't see the full Apocalypse, is because when those pictures came out at Entertainment Weekly, everyone was like, "What is this rubbish?" Like literally, there's a lot of backlash from there. So I
didn't mind them.
I didn't like him at all because he just didn't look like Apocalypse. I don't necessarily think he looked like a guy from Secret of the Ooze, but I just think he just didn't look like, I didn't feel afraid. And plus, when they showed him next to the other guys, Storm, he was the same height. In the trailer here, you see him taller than the Storm. So they've gone to make some changes, I think. And I think they're still making those changes to make it, because if he doesn't have to be immediately huge, but he has to come in with a presence. And he just didn't look like he had that presence from the photos. So I think, you know, that's why they made changes. Let me see if I can find this poster. Where is this poster? Oh, should have gone to Superhero Hype. Oh, I should have put it up myself. All right, here it is.
You got it?
I'll try and hold it up for you guys, but it is sad that
YouTube and the shenanigans.
Yeah, that I can't actually share my screen for you guys here. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. You guys see that?
Yeah, we see it.
Yeah, that's it. So, yeah, it's a cool poster. Really nice. All right, let's move on to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2 something. Can't remember the name.
Out of the Shadows.
Yes, thank you. Out of the Shadows. So, what do you think?
I enjoyed it for being what it is, a campy, funny trailer, because that's all they were. The Ninja Turtles are the hip hop. Now they're hip hop, especially Michelangelo.
Yeah. I hear you. I mean, I, on the other hand, don't get me wrong, I think the movie's gonna be fun. I enjoyed the first movie.
So did I.
I put out my review. A lot of people like movie stinks. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like this trailer. I mean,
dude, we had a truck shooting sewer lids.
No, don't get me wrong. I like that. Like I saw it, I was like, okay, yeah. Like I think what it was is the choice of music. Even though it was Run DMC, I just didn't. I agree with Joseph Hamden. Like for some reason, it didn't click well with me in terms of like set. It's almost like the music just didn't match the tone they were trying to set for me.
They should have just left the original "It's Tricky" and not this remix version.
Thank you. I think that's what it was. It threw me off completely because I'm watching
a little bit.
I'm watching. I'm going like, I know this song. I should like it, but it's not working.
It wasn't working, but it still
wasn't working. I mean, like I like this, Bebop and Rocksteady in there. I like that the main villain is going to be Krang.
You think so?
Yeah. That whole Vertex comedy has nothing to do with Shredder at all. Shredder does not do that.
More alien threats. Love New York.
That is definitely. I forgot to mention New York was almost demolished in Apocalypse.
Oh, it's going to get demolished.
Yeah. So that whole thing was definitely Krang coming down, and then what you call it? Yeah.
Are they setting Krang up to be the third villain?
I think I remember Krang does work with Shredder anyway too in the comics. Mm-hmm. So I think the way I look at it, I think Krang might have been working with Shredder like behind the scenes. Shredder doesn't know it's Krang, and then he shows up and pretty much just tries to take over. Excuse me. So I don't know. You definitely can't tell because they didn't even let you know it's Krang. But when I see that vortex coming down, there is no other villain in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle just like history other than Krang.
Okay. See, I didn't catch that. What do you think of Casey Jones?
I think it was on point. He did sound a little bit like the Arrow, a little bit. I was like, dude, you need to. Hopefully, that's just because you said hi there or something. But maybe I knew you were shooting that in between shooting the Arrow because that's definitely how your schedule is. But other than that, though, I think he will handle it well. Considering the way Casey fights and the holy stuff he does from Arrow, so I'm fine with it. I'm fine with him as Casey Jones. I'm just hoping. I just don't want to see the Arrow. There, that's all. I'm not saying he will. I'm just saying I just want to see it. So.
I'm looking to hearing Samus as Rocksteady.
Yeah.
And then the Bebop was cool. So, it's...
No, I agree with you. I think it will be fun. No, I think it will be a fun movie. I definitely agree with you.
Yeah, but the problem, I don't think it's a June movie. They should have put it out in August.
No, it's not. No, it's not a bad idea to put it in June. You know why? This summer is front loaded.
But it's not going to make that June money. It's not going to make 200 million opening weekend.
No, it's not good. No, it's not good. No, but see, that's the thing. I think June is no longer that month for it. Man of Steel went in June and barely made 100 and something. June is not that month anymore. It's not.
Well, it's also depending on the movie.
Yeah, but it's not. But I'm saying it's not that month anymore. It's earlier or actually later. Like you said, it's like that July-ish, end of July-ish to August, or Batman v Superman has not pushed the shit up to to March. So, and again, movie studios now realize you can throw it anytime, but I think what it is for kids coming out of school. That's why we do well.
But June 3rd is not the last day of school, at least not down here.
Yeah, sure. Okay, that's right. I thought it was June. I thought it was later in June.
No, June 3rd. And I believe my kid gets out of school June 6th.
If it was the second week of June or third week of June,
it'd be better.
Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. But
before we continue, what'd you think of that damn Star Wars trailer?
Okay. So there's a couple of things. If I refresh the Chinese trailer. If you haven't seen it, the Chinese trailer gives you more in there, and I now begin to think that maybe you were right that homie dies.
No, He got fucking confirmed for episode 8, so my theory shot out the window.
Oh, okay, all right, cool.
Unless he becomes a Force Ghost, but I don't think so.
No, the only Force Ghost professional is Obi-Wan Kenobi, man. Homie likes to come back. Yoda. Yeah, no, but Obi-Wan came more than Yoda, though. I mean, he came back in episode 5, episode 6, you know. Heck, even at the end of episode 4, man, use the Force, Luke, use the Force.
You know? So, once she announced that shit earlier this week, it took my hopes out the window.
I think, I mean, so the trailer itself, right? It didn't show too much. People are like, it spoils. It really doesn't spoil. To me, it doesn't spoil anything. Because I mean, it shows you a little bit more. I mean, you hear Snook. What's his name again?
Andy Serkis.
No, the name of the guy is it Dark Lord Snoke or?
Supreme Leader Snoke.
Supreme Leader Snoke. The interesting thing about Supreme Leader Snoke is that an image of him came out. He looks like
Plagueis.
He looks like Plagueis. He looks exactly like Plagueis. So now the theory is that Snoke is actually Plagueis, aka Emperor Palpatine's master, who cheated.
Or they don't go that route, and it's just somebody from his race. I mean, there's a lot of theories. Time will tell when we go see it.
Yeah, I mean, true, but remember, Dark Lords only have one apprentice, so it can't be too many people. I mean, I'm saying
that rule was started with the guy before Plagueis.
Yeah, so Plagueis will have only one apprentice too.
That's if they follow that rule in this new trilogy.
They have to.
The Knights of Ren. Them some Jedi. I mean, them some Sith people.
Yeah, but they're not Sith. That's the thing. They're not Sith.
They may not be called Sith. We gonna get a Sith army.
Yeah, I mean I think that's probably what Plagueis is trying to Snoke is trying to do, is trying to create his own, not Sith army, but Sith like battalion, because he has the army anyway, but have the strong battalions that can go in and do work for him. But
dude, the one scene where all the X-Wings and the Millennium Falcon are flying towards that planet, coming from around the bend of the other planet, reminded me of episode 4 when they were going to attack the Death Star.
Yeah, no, it does. I mean, there's a lot of imagery that reminds you of stuff. But it was cool. I mean, Star Wars is pretty much next week, which means we have to do our Star Wars recap. So have you finished watching?
I haven't even begun.
Dude, all right. Look, we're doing it on Tuesday. So
I don't have to watch Star Wars to remember
it. So yeah, we're going to do our Star Wars recap video on Tuesday. So just letting you guys know, and we'll be giving away some cool stuff also on that. So
followed by the spoiler review Friday.
Yeah, spoiler review on Friday. Actually, yeah, spoiler review on Friday. Thursday night, I will give my non-spoiler review because
I can't join you for that one. I'll be watching though.
Yeah, no, I will really try not to tell you anything. I will describe stuff from the trailer. I promise. I will not.
Well, everything we've seen from the trailer, from what I heard, is all first act.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean,
with maybe a few sprinkles of the third act, but
yeah. So I'll give you my review on Thursday, and spoiler review will be Friday. So it's going to be next week is Star Wars, pretty much. For Comic Crunch, it's going to be Star Wars Tuesday, Star Wars Thursday, Star Wars Friday.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Just me says, Han, sweets, talking the Falcon. Come on, baby. Don't let me. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that line. Yeah. It was cool. I mean, it's gonna be fun, you know. I mean, it's so I'm one of those people where I feel like I should be more excited about this movie. And I know why I'm not more excited. I'm really excited, but I feel like I should be like this. And I'm like, you can see my hand just a little bit here instead of me up here. You know why I'm not that excited? Because my movie's coming out next year.
Bro, I've been every little trailer, TV spot, I've rewatched them like 20 times. I am so ready for this movie.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear you.
So ready.
I hear you. I'm definitely excited to see. I really want to see how I really want, especially after like I've started watching watching the older ones. I'm just on episode 6 left to finish, and watching. I didn't watch 1. I watched 2 and 3. Watching 2 and 3 reminding me of like I was like, Lucas, man, you had such a great opportunity, and like I really want to watch that away. In a sense, I mean, don't get me wrong. 1, 2, 3 had its merits in terms of telling us kind of where things started, but as a movie, it wasn't that great.
All bullshit aside, when you watch episodes 1 and 2, watch Clone Wars, but try to find the order that it's supposed to be viewed in, and then watch Revenge of the Sith, and the story ties in so much better.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people said. That I haven't been able to. I've watched like a few episodes of Clone Wars, and I like Clone Wars. I started liking it. I'm like, all right, this is pretty cool.
You see how Palpatine manipulated the banks, how he manipulates this and that, how he gains all the power from everyone. Dude, it was if you watch Clone Wars, just skip the god awful Clone Wars movie.
Okay. Because I'll try and watch some this weekend while I finish episode 6.
But it helps tie the story so much better. Just like Star Wars Rebels is going to help shape the break between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope.
Yeah.
And most likely lead into Rogue One.
Oh, that's the thing. Question here. Will we see Obi-Wan Kenobi in Rebels?
I think they said we might. I don't remember. Because we've already seen Lando last season, and I think he's scheduled to return this year. We got James Earl Jones voicing Darth Vader.
Yeah. No. I sorry. Yes, that you're correct. But I meant in Rebel 1 movie.
Probably not. I think the only person with Jedi powers is going to be Darth Vader.
So
there's going to be no Obi-Wan.
So James Earl Jones is going to be back.
His voice is.
Yeah, well, that's just what it was anyway. Woo! Man, that's great, man. At his age, man, he's like, how old is James Earl Jones now? It's like, what?
And
87.
I saw earlier today the teaser's attached to Star Wars. That's the rumor.
What's he? Oh, I mean of Rebel 1?
Rogue One.
Oh, Rogue One. Sorry, is Rogue One as in attach us in the end credits?
No.
Oh, like teaser.
Like a teaser. Remember, JJ says there's no end credits, but JJ's the king of lying.
Yeah, true.
But next week is looking good.
Remember that rumor that this person is going to show up in episode 8 or is in training in the UK? Anakin.
Hayden.
Yeah, and is he just because he's wearing the suit?
No, they're saying it might be a flashback to before he became Darth Vader. So I mean, who knows?
Flashback to who? Who's going to flash to see him? No one in this current universe knows him as Anakin.
But that's why it would be a flashback, and maybe Luke describing something.
Oh yeah, like Luke force ghosting backwards or whatever the case may be. All right. Cool. Interesting.
Now let's get on to Supergirl.
You're about to say Smallville. You went to Small Girl. Oh, before we do some TV news, there's a new show coming out on CBS that Tom Welling will be back on.
I thought it was CBS.
It's on CBS, yes. I can't remember the name of the show.
Super 13, something like that?
Sector 13, I think.
Yeah, I heard. I read that. Well, I didn't read it, but I saw the headline. I didn't click it.
No, I mean it's cool. We haven't seen this guy in a while, right? We haven't seen him in a long time.
Well, he's been behind the scenes on a lot of shows, because remember, he became a producer on Smallville, and then he had produced a few other shows on the CW.
Yeah, man. Yeah, true. He was raking some cash, man. Dude was making bank in Smallville.
But before we do continue, Cate Blanchett is offered a role in Thor Ragnarok.
Yes.
And she's in final negotiations. DC screwed up. Marvel swept her.
I'm fine though. I don't see her as a DC character though.
She was going to be Wonder Woman's mom.
No, I don't see. No, it wasn't. No, it was Tom Cruise's ex-wife they were going for. Remember?
Well, they also went for her too.
I don't see her. You know why? I like her, but in that Marvel sensibility, I think she fits. Look at the way Wonder Woman is. You've never seen her. Cate Blanchett. I mean, only when she did Elizabeth II, the second Elizabeth movie, but she has to also embody that. She's more of like a regal warrior, not a warrior. Like anytime I see her as a warrior, she looks very regal. You know, it's almost like she's leading the charge, but you're never really going to see her fight. Wonder Woman's mom, all the Amazonas are just like. So I like the lady who they're looking at now, who's in the movie. I forget her name.
Robin Wright.
Robin Wright. Yes, to me she fits because you need somebody just who's a little rough. Just a little bit, not like overall. Because this is a woman who fights Ares, who's lover to Ares in the comic books anyway. So I mean, like, I'm fine with her in Thor, but then again, Thor movies have just been like for me. So I mean, I can't complain. But moving on to Supergirl, this week's episode. Is where they brought in some stuff from the New 52 comics mixed in with Supergirl losing her powers. So in the 52 comics, if you don't know the new one, Superman has this new power where he can release all his solar energy at once. He calls it solar flare, but he goes powerless for 24 hours.
48.
Oh, 48. 40. Well, I think it's 24 in the comic. I could be wrong, but it's 48 in the show.
No, the kid researched the guy that's in love with Kara. He did the research and he said Superman has to recharge for 48 hours.
48 hours. Okay, so 48 hours. And so Supergirl goes through the same thing because they didn't necessarily have a solar flare. She used it all through her heat vision. And when she blasted Red Tornado from the last episode. So she loses her powers. There's an earthquake. Maxwell Lord is spewing his hate. And Supergirl has her own little posse of. I mean, I do kind of like that spin where what's her name, Cat Grant, wants to help Supergirl, but she's really making it more of her own business project per se.
Of course,
which is great because it's not gonna. I don't want to always see like, oh, we just got to protect Supergirl's image. I like the fact that she's like, no, this is my property. I named her. I'm the one who's supposed to. If I want to say, if anyone's going to say anything bad, it's going to be me, which means it's my newspaper, which means it's my money that I'm making on there. So I like that aspect of it. And then I think this is where they needed to steal more from Arrow of that. You know how Arrow has the dual story. I think that's what keeps Arrow going in terms of storylines. The backstory of Oliver Queen that always goes through some weird shit. Like it just keeps going like in different angles, but it's fun. And then, whatever's happening now. And I felt that they could have dragged it a little longer, the whole thing about what happened to their father. Would you agree?
Nah, get it over with.
All right. I mean, the reason why I say this is that because if you do flashback with Dean Cain, and then you can have some of that going. That's what I was hoping to see anyway.
I was happy that they got it over with quick because I don't like certain stories to drag out long.
All right.
And on a show like this, they don't need it to drag out long.
Oh, it's true. Yeah, it's a much lighter show. It doesn't have to drag. But we found out that what's his name again? The
Hank Henshaw.
Hank Henshaw is Martian Manhunter. What did you think?
He looked good.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I like his look, and I like his.
I see what they did. They saved some of that money from that sorry ass looking Red Tornado to give it to him.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. That was pretty much it. Because Red Tornado, they were probably thinking, should we use special effects? It's like, nah, just give him a suit, and let's call it a day there. Like we got something else that's bigger that we need to put some more money on. So I think that was good. That was a really good play.
I like the reveal. Now the question is, how long are they going to keep it a secret?
Now it all depends. Secret from Kara, also number one. So I think about maybe 2 to 3 episodes. Typical is a very typical like.
Well, we do get to talk about Supergirl next week because that's their mid-season finale.
Yes.
So we can work it into the Star Wars discussion.
Quickly, I know we'll try that quickly, but I think about 3 episodes or so is when they'll do. We'll keep it. I think. Remember, he said only one other person knows. Most likely, I think that's Superman that knows. That he's Hank Henshaw.
Oh, I didn't catch that line.
He didn't say Superman. He says it's like only one other person knows who I really am. So I'm thinking
going to be the question.
I'm going to think it. I think it's probably Superman.
Or the dad is still alive.
But
you know TV, bro.
Yeah, true.
You ain't dead until we see a body.
Even if. But it was a good episode.
It was a good episode. Unlike, I was underwhelmed with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this week.
Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. So we're moving on to the next one. Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was and I wasn't. I was underwhelmed by the reveal of what the thing really was.
Seriously, a flipping snake-looking lizard? I mean, really?
I like the idea. See, I thought the thing itself, like, just could, whenever it kills somebody, it can take its shape, right? But it had to kill you, right? So I thought that was, so that's my thinking. I was like, oh, that would be cool because at least we don't know what it looks like, and you don't have to spend money on special effects, at least for now.
You don't. He takes over your body. Perfect.
Yeah.
He transfers his soul to you. He's Captain Ginyu from Dragon Ball Z. Says change. Bodies change.
Yeah, I mean, I agree on that. I like the fact that Coulson killed what's his name?
Dude, that whole shit was a crock of shit.
I mean, I did like
you shot him twice. What was the point in caving in his chest? You could have just left him there to rot on this planet by himself. No, he was handcuffed.
No. Remember, this what's the rule of bad guys?
You gotta kill the bastard. I get it.
No, it's not even that, dude. It's like just like the hero. Remember, in any action movie, right? The bad guy keeps talking. He lets the hero stay. He walks away. If you say Coulson basically probably finished reading a comic book and is like, you know what? If I let this guy stay on this planet, somehow he will find his way back.
Dude, I mean, and then how long did that goddamn portal stay open?
See, that's the part that I did not like, because to me it didn't make sense.
It didn't.
The only way he would have come back to Earth is if, instead of taking over, what's his name again, the guy that died,
Ward.
Instead of taking over Ward's body, if he took over Smart Dude.
Fitz.
If you took over Fitz's body, Fitz knew where the next portal will open after that. Because
they couldn't kill him.
Yeah. So to me, it didn't make sense. It's just kind of like he showed up. I'm like, what? He found a way to teleport to Earth another way, or he flew over? I'm like,
I don't know, dude. That whole episode, and then the ending. May fires 5 goddamn missiles, but yet they fucking get out of there. Bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have. They could have sold it better if, as soon as she fired, they're taking off in that little thingamajiggy, heading back up. No, the building is rubbish, and they're flying out afterwards. Get the hell out of here with that crock of shit. Yeah. You fire five missiles to try to kill all the Hydra agents, and yet they got out too.
Yeah. And Ward also got out too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So it's like that portal stayed open a hell of a lot longer than they said. I
think what it is they just didn't cut it well. The cut and the way they showed that whole sequence didn't do justice to what they were thinking. To me, like you said, right, they should have been flying out, and he's like, he just says, go ahead, but you see them flying out, then she fires the missile. And
that's what I'm saying. It would have been a lot
some leeway better to say Ward probably made it out. Then you can go, maybe he did. Maybe we don't know, but it's possible at that point. So
I mean, I knew a death was coming because they were teasing it, but the death scene was underwhelming. And then he leaves his hand there, like, really? And oh my, what was the purpose of that? So now this psychopath comes back through this portal, and he's gonna use your hand as a scent to always find you.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it was the least. I think it was the least episode. Not probably my worst episode of the season. It wasn't a
Yeah,
bad episode, but
it wasn't bad, but it
for
wasn't
the
great.
heights they've been having this season, I think this was probably the lowest episode they had.
It
For
was.
the show. Yeah.
It was. I'm
All
done
right.
talking about this crap. On to Flash.
All right, moving on to Flash. So Flash was an interesting episode. Flash was a good episode because for the first time, you see the bad guys work together in some kind of sensibility to stop the Flash. And I like the fact that Captain Cold is sort of showing this version of Captain Cold, sort of showing his little honor side. He's like, look, all right, you know what? I made the promise to you that I won't do certain things. That's why I'm telling you, but I'm out of here. Like, I don't want to deal with this crap.
But we knew that was coming because they had to get him ready for Legends, so they had to get him out of jail.
Yeah, exactly. So I do like that, but at least it kind of continued with a storyline from last year where he was kind of like, all right, fine, you help me, I help you, you help my sister, I get it. Like,
yeah,
I'll step.
Only issue I had was Spivot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an issue with Spivot. I have an issue with them always writing characters like that for episodes like this. They tend to do it a lot, where it's like there's no thinking, quick rationale, like out of nowhere. Spivot is the one. If you think the way Spivot has been shown this season and the way she just flipped is two different people, completely two different people, and they always do it with characters like that. I can't talk right now. Da, 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 da. But I'm just gonna tell the Flash.
She opens up to the Flash.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know what they were doing there, and that's a classic scene in like Superman comics where before Lois and Clark were even dating in the comics, Lois will tell Superman certain things. I mean, instead of telling Clark, but they weren't dating. So, Clark could understand. It's like, fine, she's attracted to Superman anyway. Everybody is, not me as Clark Kent. So I get it. But you're dating Barry Allen, and you didn't even show a hint that, ooh, Flash is sexy, or whatever the case may be. And she's just like, I'm just gonna spill everything. So again, I think it's just the writing in that. It was good to see Mark Hamill back as a trickster. You
mean Joker?
Yeah, he was pretty much a Joker in this, though. I think what it was that he was happy to be off the Star Wars set, so he got a little too excited. This is a tad bit excited on that.
It was a fun episode.
But I did like the fact that they used their heads, right? It was like, Flash comes in, and there was some scenes. Remember, Flash was running in and just hitting people initially, right? But I like the fact that they're like, yeah, you can kill me, but I mean, there's 100 bombs. You gonna find it? Like, go ahead.
I have to admit, the Flash is the dumbest superhero alive.
In on the TV show, yes.
Jesus Christ, is he like? He gets outsmarted by the dumbest villains.
I mean, it's one of those things where they have to dumb him down for it's the way TV writing is. You just got to dumb him down a little bit. I will say though, I like the fact that they gave us a reason for why. What's his name?
Wells.
Not just Wells. Zoom doesn't really show up to fight him. Now we now know that Zoom wants him at his prime.
Well, the theory of Zoom being Earth 2 Barry Allen just went out the window.
Why?
Because they show pictures of Barry Allen Earth 2 yesterday online with Caitlin Snow being what's her name? Her Earth 2 version of Killer Frost.
Oh. But was that an early version before he turned?
No. Earth 2 Barry Allen is a nerd. Looking like the hair all parted.
No. I know, but was that an old photo of him? Not a current photo of him?
I think Zoom is his father on Earth 2.
Maybe it could be. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of theories there, but I do like the fact that Zoom is like, no, I mean, he's like, yeah, I want to fatten him up. I'm like, I'm here for the Speed Force. I'm not here for I know he can go faster, so make him faster. And I'll take it. So I like that they gave us a logic for it, because after a while it seemed a little tiring that he's just sending people left and right. Like, almost makes no sense. You're like, why don't you just come and just take care of the dude yourself? So,
I mean, but I like Weather Wizard's theory to go after the Flash. Dude, did you see the Flash? He got his ass handed to him. Now it's our time to strike.
yeah, exactly.
And now he can fly.
But I'm no, but see that I liked. I like the fact that you should be able, if you control the weather, why can't you fly? Why can't you lift yourself up?
So I mean, it was a fun episode. They had Cisco make the damn thing over again, and he had no recollection of that he did one.
Yeah. I do like. I mean, it was interesting that we saw Wally West, and it's. If I was a true comic book fan, I mean, not if I am a true comic book fan, but if I was going to be like true hardcore about it, I would be pissed that Barry White would technically be Wally West's brother-in-law. Like this is a whole family connection eventually. But I do like the fact that they're keeping it in that sphere, and I like the mixing they're doing. We saw the future Flash come in, right? I mean, or at least the next version of the Flash, so to speak. Maybe it's something where he might become the Flash at some point, take over for Barry for a while. Who knows? Or he might go into Legends of Tomorrow because they might need a Flash for a mission, and they pick him instead. Because the guy is time jumping everywhere. It doesn't matter. So that leaves them open for a lot of things, because then they don't have to necessarily use Barry. But if you have another Flash, and you can now have that Flash jump into between shows, whether it's Supergirl eventually, whether it's, I'm not saying just Wally West, but either of them, right? It becomes a scenario where you can now tell many different kinds of stories, because now you have different people. You have the same kind of character in different places.
Yep.
So
it makes sense. I mean, we were introduced to Velocity 6 last episode, so maybe something happens and he injects himself with some of that. Let's see where they go with it.
Yeah. Josh Smith says the wand looked just like a lightsaber at the tip of the hat. Tip of the hat to Mark Hamill and Star Wars. Did it? Yeah, maybe. I think.
Dude, there were so many references in this damn episode.
Yeah, there was a reference to something else that I was like, oh.
The Godfather. Oh,
yes.
Got a Godfather.
Yeah, that was cool. That was nice. There's not a reference to that, kind of caught me off guard. So Josh is like, the Zoom costume is pretty badass. I'm not a big fan of the costume. I think it's just too dark. I wanted to see. I mean, I understand you didn't want to make it, traditional Zoom yellow because Reverse Flash had yellow last season, so I get it. But
over under, how many more episodes do they keep Zoom secret? Before he reveals himself.
4.
4. Okay.
I say 4.
I mean, that comes back January 9th. It's going to be a fun year next year. We're going to have a full slate.
Yeah, next year. I mean, we'll do a next year recap. We'll do a recap of like comic books for 2016, because it's going to be on point. TV, movies, all that stuff. But the last show is Arrow. The Arrow had. I mean, I think the episodes had its ups and downs. But I think I understand where they're trying to go with it. And we all know. I said it from the beginning. Who's gonna die? Felicity?
Nope. Fake out.
No, she's dying.
Nope.
She's dying.
Nope.
She's dying.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. The theory is maybe they do a fake funeral and they send her somewhere to make Damian think she is dead. And she's working behind the scenes.
That's a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Smith said, "What is Jay doing all this time? Jay just doesn't want to inject himself with some Velocity 6, man. That is a problem."
Oh God! Speaking of that, could they drag that kiss on any longer?
Yeah, I mean, look, Cisco told us, but like, just get a room. Do it.
Seriously, get a room.
Yeah. But anyway, going back to Arrow. I wanna know what's up with Homeboy's brother, because I mean, especially now that everything's out of his system, what the hell is this problem?
He's just a dick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Diggle though, because Diggle's like, since season 1, right? My bro, I'm gonna stay with my bro's family and all that. I mean, he was even kind of having some feelings for the bro's wife. He's like, no, I got respect, all this shit, and then he finds his brother, and he's like, all right, you're brainwashed. And then after the brainwashing's gone, he's like, yeah, you're a dick. His bro, I have no idea what's up with his brother at all.
I have no idea neither, and frankly, I'm over that storyline.
The one thing I do not like in Arrow is whenever I see what's her name go and do the scream. That's why I can't wait for them to actually recast the character.
No, not even recast the character.
No, in Justice League movie. I mean, like in Justice or whatever the case may be, because I want to like the way they messed her character up, right? In the cartoons and the comic book. What's the character's name again?
Laurel?
No, the name of her superhero character. I just forgot.
Oh, Black Canary.
Yeah, Black Canary is one of the best skill fighters in Justice League. She trains the young Justice League and Teen Titans how to fight.
See, that's where they screwed up and made Sarah so good. Because they handed the torch to, like Malcolm said, the bondage queen.
Yeah, pretty much. And then the fact that, I mean, she still is the only pure love interest for Oliver Queen. And that's the only. I mean, I understand in the TV show you're gonna mix it up and all that, and I'm fine with Felicity. Felicity does a fantastic job. She's a different type.
Felicity gonna be in a wheelchair, and she's gonna become Barbara Gordon.
I know, pretty much. But she becomes a different. I mean, I like Felicity. Felicity's cool. Sarah was cool. Laurel
sucks.
Not cool. I mean, CW. Why do you have to have a show where you always have, like? I remember Smallville, man. I wanted to just throw Lana away, man. I just wanted to throw Lana away, like, because it was like, huh, Lana. I'm having like nightmares thinking back, man. It's terrible.
I mean, oh, dude, the Canary Cry is pathetic.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Because they need to do, just add a little shockwave into the CGI and make it look more real, because all she's doing is just, and it's so obvious.
Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
But at least this week her damn Canary Cry had some use.
Yeah, it did.
And I'm sorry, but is Arrow's suit expandable? Because how the hell did Malcolm Merlin fit into that shit?
No, but you can see Malcolm looked like a little tight in it too. So I'm not. He looked
like a jacked up Robin Hood.
Yeah, but I actually like that, because it really showed that it really wasn't him, but nobody pays attention. It's almost like an inside joke, I think, because he was like, you were like, you can tell this is not the regular guy. No, but what I didn't get was the overall plan. I didn't understand that plan with cornfields at the end of the day. Can somebody please help me out, because I didn't get it.
Damn it. So they mentioned something, because I watched Collider Video's recap show on it.
Yeah.
They have a weekly recap show, but granted, they're on break. And one of the guys there, Jason Inman, mentioned Genesis, the New Gods, because they keep mentioning Genesis program, and it has something to do with the New Gods and the New 52.
Genesis, New Gods of Olympus. I haven't read I haven't read the New 52 that much, so I mean, I need to go back and start reading some more comics. I did get some comic books to read, but no, I'll be interesting. It's just they didn't hint it, like all I saw was cornfield, so I was just like.
But remember back when they hinted at that board when the Atom was released?
Oh yes, the mother box.
So that, and then with this, it probably all ties together.
Ooh, okay, interesting. Arrow is trying to bring. They're never going to bring an apocalypse. No.
I hope they don't, because that's just gonna be stupid. Because ain't no one, none of them bastards could beat Apocalypse.
You got no Superman. Forget it.
Seriously, they ain't got no Batman.
There's no Wonder Woman. The closest person who will be able to hit him, of course, is Flash. That's it. But even that too, Flash is going to get his ass whooped. Like Flash will land a couple and then get hit. And no, actually, no, then get hit, and then just keep running away from the Omega Beam that's chasing him.
He's running a lot.
Yeah, he will be. I mean, he's going to start running. It's like he's going. I mean, the only way he would have to do is have to run and face through a wall so the Omega Beam can hit it.
Seriously, they better not do that, because I mean, granted, Smallville left a bad taste in my mouth with him.
With Doomsday? Oh no, this never.
No, not Doomsday. With Apocalypse.
No,
Dark Side.
No, it was Doomsday.
No, season 10, Dark Side.
It was Doomsday.
Doomsday was season 4 or 5.
You see, oh yes, it was Dark. Oh, repressed memories. All right, let's not do this. Oh my god, it's like coming back to me in waves now. I watched Smallville religiously, but
they ended that series on that bullshit. You made me wait 10 damn seasons for this clown to finally fly. He never put the damn suit on. It was all CGI.
Yeah.
And then he fights a flipping shadow. Get the F out of here with that crap.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right. Thanks very much, guys. It's been an interesting episode. Next week, as I mentioned, it's going to be Star Wars. So Tuesday, we're doing our Star Wars recap of episode 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So watching all those, we'll do that on Tuesday. And then Thursday night, because I'm watching the movie earlier that day, I am going to drop my Star Wars spoiler-free review. And then Friday evening at 7 p.m., come back here. We'll be doing our full Star Wars spoiler-filled review. I mean, close your ears, whatever the case may be. It's going to be filled with spoilers. We're going to talk all things Star Wars. So, and then after that, I think after that is just to give you like a foreshadow of Christmas. So we're not going to have any show. The next show we're going to have is a year wrap up and what we're looking forward to in 2016. So it's going to be about all the comic book movies we watched and also the shows, and then all the goodies we have for 2016. Because 2016, as we've seen with all the trailers, I mean, it's going to be one of those you're like, I remember they still haven't even shown us Suicide Squad trailer. So we might get Suicide Squad trailer next week. That would be awesome if we do. Star Wars. I'm just going to be excited. That's all. I'm just like,
next week. Can't wait.
Yes.
I'll be at the 10 o'clock showing where I live.
All right. Yeah, I'll be doing on Friday, right?
Yeah.
10 p.m.?
No, 10 a.m.
Okay.
I don't do night movies. That's why I'm not going Thursday night. I can't screw the crowds.
No, I have, if you're going to buy tickets to Star Wars, or do this. Go on Fandango or whatever movie theater you are. Make sure your movie theater has reserved seating. That's what I did. Reserved seating.
I only got one theater that does it by my house, and where I'm going where my family members live on their side of town, and AMC doesn't have that one yet.
Yeah, I was going, like, I literally looked for a theater that had reserved seating. There was no way I was going to. I mean, I'm in New York City now. It's not like when I used to live in Boston where I was close enough to the theater. I could literally get there in like 10 minutes. I'm just gonna walk in, hand my chicken stub,
and go to my seat.
To my seat, be like, pick my seat, go, yes, and watch. So yeah, it'll be that. Vincent George says in my country it's going to be live on Friday. Okay, nice. Quick one here. Just a quick MO. The last winner of the T-shirt last week was Henry Jake. You still didn't send me your. I couldn't add you on Twitter. So send me a message on Twitter so I can send you a T-shirt. If not, I am going to give away next week during Star Wars reviews. So, so yeah. Anyway, thank you very much, guys. Appreciate it. It was fun. Thank you very much, Lou Rod. You can check out and follow Lou Rod. It's Mr_Rod_ on Twitter. Of course, ours is Border Work. It's been fun, and always enjoy entertainment.